Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the first season of High Desert, and this is new Apple TV Plus series directed by Jay Roach, who previously did films like Trumbo and Bombshell, and has a very interesting sense of comedy, having done crazy films like Dinner for Schmucks and making all the Austin Powers films. And he brings this series to life, written by Nancy Fitchman and Jennifer Hopp, who both did Grace and Frankie, and Katie Ford, who has her own merits like Miss Congeniality. And you bring together this series focusing on Peggy, this former addict whose mother just died, and she's living in this desert town of Yucca Valley, California, and decides to become a private investigator. What great talented actor did they bring in to bring Peggy to life? Patricia Arquette, who kills it. She is charismatic, she is funny, she is strong, she is a bit of a mess. And all of those things brought together, Arquette sells each and every one of those things. She has to be crafty, she has to be convincing. And she really delivers those elements here, as she basically plays everybody that she meets. And there's some dangerous people she crossed paths with, and there's some crazy moments throughout this series, including some really awkward violence. And I think Roach delivers on those like dark comedy moments in this kind of wild series. She winds up starting a job working for Brad Garrett's character, who's a private investigator, and she kind of hires herself on some level, and Garrett's a great supporting actor here who really sells a lot of the humor in this series. And you have Matt Dillon, who plays her ex-husband, who is an addict, who keeps getting in trouble, and they're not really great for each other, but they keep wind up connecting. And they have a great chemistry together, and you have these mysteries, these investigations that Peggy's trying to complete here. And some of them are a lot of fun. You have Rupert Friend and Bernadette Peters, who bring some fun elements to this series in terms of how they're utilized. You do have Christine Taylor, who plays Peggy's sister, and there's some emotional elements in terms of processing the death of their mother that adds a little depth here. And you have the complicated relationship between Peggy and Denny, played by Matt Dillon, and their complicated relationship brings some layers as well. This is funny. It really incorporates that crime thriller kind of elements into this comedy, giving some darker laughs and some heavier moments. I was invested in the greater arc of what Peggy was trying to do here. I enjoyed the characters and the performances. This is a funny show, and it sets up an interesting first season with some crafty and weird and offbeat and shocking and dangerous kinds of investigations for Peggy. And each character along the way brings their A game and delivers these characters earnestly with a lot of laughs. And in the end, I think this first season does a really good job of laying the groundwork for a series to move into the future, and with some room to grow in terms of her personal life, as well as these new investigations that she can find herself getting involved with. But strong cast and a good sense of humor really makes this a worthwhile watch. But those are my thoughts on Season 1 of High Desert on Apple TV+. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.